Konnichiwa, this is Tina and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing some gentle brightening serums that can help even out your skin tone. If that sounds like something you're interested in, then please go ahead and channel登録しちゃってください。しちゃいなよ。So if you have been on the hunt or have tried out some brightening serums, especially the ones with vitamin C, can be quite potent and sensitizing to the skin. It can also sometimes be hard to layer with other products, so today I thought I would share some gentler alternatives that hopefully some people with sensitive skin can use as well. And once again, just a reminder that everybody's skin is different, so even though these are gentler alternatives, I am not guaranteeing that it will work definitely for sensitive skin. I personally do not have sensitive skin, so I have made these assumptions from the ingredients as well as the concentration or potency of the ingredients, and also from hearing reviews and voices of people who do have sensitive skin and have used these products. I'm also not going to be focusing heavily on the results each product gives on stubborn hyperpigmentation. This is because the results vary so much depending on the person. Something that can work in 2 weeks for someone can take 2 months to work for someone else, and it really depends on the type of dark spots or acne scars that you have. So the first one is the Rohto Melano CC Essence. If you have been on this channel for a little while, you have probably seen me talk about this one. This is the only Japanese product I've got today, and its active ingredient is vitamin C or ascorbic acid, but they do not disclose the percentage of the ascorbic acid, which is quite common in Japanese skincare. While the key ingredient is ascorbic acid, I have noticed that this one gives no tingling or warming sensation to the skin at all. I have used other vitamin C serums that the percentage is as low as 5%, but they still have that warming effect, especially when it's been a while since I've used it. This one, from the beginning, even from the first time I tried it, there is none of that feeling. There's no tingling, there's no warming. Of course, some people might experience it, but me personally, compared to other serums, it does not feel like that at all, which makes me believe that it is a very gentle product, but still incredibly effective. From personal experience, I feel like this one works really well on fresh acne scars. Not so much sunspots or older scars, but on fresh ones, I do feel like it is quite effective and works quite quickly in my experience. So the texture of it is quite liquidy, but has a bit of an oily feel to it. I usually just drop a few drops into my palm, warm it up, and then press it into my skin. It leaves a bit of a glow to my skin, and it absorbs a lot better versus when I directly apply it from the dropper. I do also have an in-depth review video on this one. I go into all the nitty-gritty and also have some before after, so if you are interested in it, please go check it out. And after looking at a lot of reviews on @Cosme, which is a huge kind of Japanese beauty reviewing site, it seems that a lot of people with sensitive skin were still okay with this one. I use this one like every single day. I sometimes even use it twice a day, and I did not have any kind of overreaction on my skin, so I definitely think it is a gentler vitamin C serum. And best of all, it is amazing value. It is usually sold at around 1,000 yen in Japan. I think on Amazon US it's usually between like $12 to $15, which is still incredibly cheap. And they say even if you use 5 drops a day once a day, it lasts you 5 to 6 months, which is a super long time. And 5 drops is honestly pretty generous. I will say that's like about the amount I use to cover my whole face, so it will last you a very long time. And it's also really easy to control the amount of product that you take out, because the spout is absolutely tiny, so you can really control, just like if you want 1 drop, it's 1 drop. It's not going to go anywhere, it's not going to spill out, so you can kind of conserve the amount of product you use. So I'd say it's a really great one for someone who wants to try vitamin C but don't really want to spend a ton of money. Next is the Goodal Green Tangerine Vita C Dark Spot Serum. So this is obviously a super popular product and a bestseller in Korea and now probably internationally. I first heard of this on Leah Yu's channel quite a while back, when she said that a lot of her friends who have sensitive skin and can't use vitamin C use this one instead. So it uses 70% of green tangerine extract, so that is the active ingredient. It also does include niacinamide and arbutin, which both help with a brightening skin tone and evening texture, and then also have Centella asiatica and licorice root, which are soothing ingredients. So this one has a beautiful gel texture that absorbs really quickly and leaves your skin with a slight glow. I would say it's going to be good for even people with oilier or acne prone skin, since it is a very lightweight serum. And I personally also love the fragrance. It is a really light kind of citrus scent. Now Goodal does claim that it brightens hyperpigmentation in 2 weeks, which I think is a bit of a stretch, and I personally did not see that in 2 weeks time. I will say overall my skin seems to be more brighter and more plump, and it's also a really easy one to incorporate into your routine, so I like it for that reason. I actually have a co-worker who I gifted one of these serums to him for his birthday, and he has incredibly sensitive skin, but it worked fine for him also, so that leads me to believe that it can work for people with sensitive skin. It usually retails for about $20. The capacity is 30 ml, so I will say you do go through it pretty quick. I think I used it for maybe like 2 to 3 weeks and have used more than half the bottle. Overall, it is a really nice light hydrating gel serum. So the next one is the Sun by Me Yuja Niacin Blemish Care Serum. This one is definitely one that is like bang for buck. It is a big 50 mils and you can often find it like super cheap. I feel like the Sun by Me products are pretty cheap, but I feel like you can find this one for well under $20 US on a lot of sites. So this one uses 82.3% of Yuja extract and then 5% niacinamide. So it is a great way to include niacinamide in your skincare routine without having to do an extra step, and it is 5%, which is plenty for it to be effective. This one also has a really nice lightweight texture. It is slightly viscous, but a more lightweight texture than the Goodal one, so I would say it's another one that'll be good for people who do have combo or oily skin too. And oh my god, I love the smell. It smells like yuzu or yuja, I guess, in Korean, but it is this like sweet tangy citrus fruit, and it is one of my favorite scents. Oh, it's just so nice. Every time I apply it, I'm just like, this just smells so good. So that's just like an extra little bonus, especially speaking. I have never really liked Sun by Me's like 30-day miracle claim. I know they have quite a few product lines where they're like, in 30 days it's gonna fix all your problems, which I do not believe, and I again believe it varies on each person. After a few weeks use, I wouldn't say I saw drastic results, but it's still a really nice hydrating serum that you can use in the morning, incorporate easily into your routine, and they do use alternative ingredients to ascorbic acid, so it makes it more of a gentler brightening serum. So next is the Klairs Freshly Juiced Vitamin Drop. Now this one has a bit of a special place in my heart because it is the first vitamin C serum I tried, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm lying, but from what I can remember, it is like the first, okay, this is vitamin C, I'm gonna try it on my skin. So this one is a 5% ascorbic acid formula that also includes Centella asiatica. So with the lower percentage and having a soothing ingredient, it does make it a little bit more of a gentler vitamin C ascorbic acid based serum. So this one is obviously like a huge seller. It's apparently sold over 1 million units on Wishtrend. It also has a 4 out of 5 review on SocoGlam out of 932 reviews, and also 4.7 out of 5 on Wishtrend out of 419 reviews. So obviously it has been reviewed a lot, and it has been very highly reviewed by many people. So I will say that's probably saying something. I know you can't always 100% trust reviews on sites, but I would say both like SocoGlam and Wishtrend, I trust them a little more than some other cosmetic reviewing sites. This one does have a slight warming sensation. When I said I have had a 5% serum that has a warming sensation, it is this one. So when I first apply it and rub it, there is definitely a slight warming sensation on the skin. Personally, it does not bother me, and it's not even enough to call it a tingle. It is just warming on the skin, and it is like a water oil texture. It definitely has a little bit of like that oily kind of film to it, and I will say it does take a little bit longer to absorb compared to the other serums. I know some people have had amazing results with this one, even though it is a low 5% vitamin C serum. but I think that makes it a great starting point for people who are starting off with vitamin C. And it is also sold on lots of different sites, so it's very widely accessible by most people in different countries. I know some people don't like it that it's in a clear bottle, which I guess I agree, it can cause it to oxidize, but I stored it in the fridge and the whole time I had it, it didn't discolor or anything. So I'd say just leave it in the fridge. I know it might be annoying, but if you want to keep your products good. And you can also mix this serum with your cream, so I really liked doing that, and it was an easy way to incorporate into my routine as well. So the last product is the Good Molecules Discoloration Correcting Serum. This is the only Western product, but I definitely wanted to mention it because I thought it was a very unique take on a brightening serum. I know this one is loved by James Walsh, which I think is saying something. This one used to use tranexamic acid and now uses cetyl tranexamate mesylate as the key ingredient, which basically is just an advanced form of tranexamic acid. So this ingredient has actually been used in Asian skincare for quite a while. I've mentioned it in the past that they use tranexamic acid in the Hadarabo Shirojun Premium range. It actually is an ingredient that can help block pathways in the skin that can lead to discoloration and hyperpigmentation. So the ingredient is quite stable and can be effective even with lower percentages. So I think that's why it's becoming more and more popular these days. So this one is another lightweight texture. It does have a little bit of a slip, but it is definitely more like a water-based texture. So it spreads and absorbs quite quickly. The product is also vegan, fragrance-free, and only $12 US. So another really affordable serum. They do say you can see a difference in 4 weeks, which I think is definitely a little bit more realistic. And I personally haven't seen huge changes yet, but I have only been using it for a little while. I think I've used, yeah, not half yet, maybe like a third of the way through. But it is another one that is very easy to incorporate in your current skincare routine. And it also does include niacinamide, which I know everybody loves. So another brightening niacinamide serum. So there are my recommendations for some gentler alternatives for brightening serums. I think this would be a great opportunity to share your thoughts if you have used any of these products before. We can see how differently each product works on each person's skin. So please share your thoughts if you've used any of these products and leave it in the comment below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!